This guy. I want this guy. All right, season 7 coaching. Got Illaoi top.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Illaoi top versus what? Tryndamere? Ooh, this is kind of tricky, actually. You could fuck this up pretty easily. Let's see how it plays. He doesn't have Ignite, so it's not that bad. Big lack of confidence at the start of the match. You should be right here, planning to queue the minions and Tryndamere right away. Do not ever give him any free, don't give him any free Fury. Always try to damage, and do it quickly. It's a race. This is a race type of matchup. You really want to hit him and the minions as well, ideally. That's what I would try to do if I were you. And try to get control of the lane if possible before he builds up Fury. So now he's built up Fury. We didn't pressure him really. We didn't auto him that much. He's level 2. Does he go on us? No, he's got a tiny pussy. And cool. He eats the E. And then he tanks that. And wow, this guy is a character. Hey, that's what we like to see. Shove lane. That's great. He's gonna... We know he's gonna teleport. Oh, he's not gonna teleport? Cool. You need to back now. Ooh, you're in a tough spot. I want to see what happened after the gank. Alright, I need to watch this closely now. This is your own fault. The reason you get caught into this gank and stuck in lane for longer than you need to is because you don't shove the lane. You for some reason take your sweet ass time. You stand around, you drop a ward even though you have vision, and then you come in and you just auto. You need to get this under tower and leave, dude. So this needed to be shoved faster. That was your problem here, in my opinion. So that's why you get stuck in this spot where you didn't use your abilities. Where now, notice how this wave has allowed time to stop. Notice our range creeps get caught here. They should have, the melee minions would have been here and your range creeps here and you would have been able to back comfortably. But because of how you play it, you get stuck now. Tryndamere could freeze the lane if he's good, right? And you get poked out by Xin Zhao and now you're like floating around in lane. See this? You should have already backed. You should have already had been left. Okay, I'm watching monkeys suicide into you. Same thing as before. You could have shoved that lane. Tryndamere's not killing you. Volibear's coming top, so I don't know why you're backing. What is that? What are you doing? Bait Tryndamere. He has no flash. Bait him into you. Here. Walk up. Bait him into dealing damage with you on minions and walk down river. Because Xin Zhao's dead. Right? Xin Zhao's dead. We can see Anivia, so we know Anivia's not coming. Tryndamere doesn't have Ignite, so you have plenty of wiggle room to play with and get him to come towards Volibear when he starts coming up river. Watch. He's coming up to help you. Momentum, dude. That time you used the spells to shove the wave. That's what I like to see. Dicking around again. There we go. I guess you're going, what, like Black Cleaver or something? It's pretty standard on Illaoi. You don't really want to go crazy if you miss the E, in my opinion, so that's good that you back down. There you go. Okay, Tryndamere just ulted, so you need to be on the turret now. Good. This is great. Turret needs to be shoved hard. I don't know why you're not hitting the turret. I don't know what... Okay, if you're not going to hit the turret and you're just going to waddle around, you need to just back and reset, in my opinion. My only issue with this is how we have 1,500 gold and we still haven't left yet. You really need to, when you get people pushed, you really need to just move in back, in my opinion. If you have no kill potential and you're out of mana, as opposed to floating around. Because as you can see down bottom, game's a race against time. Alright? Interesting. Teleport's unnecessary. It doesn't do anything for you here. I don't know what you're teleporting for, but it doesn't offer you much. Also, if you notice, the way that the wave is set, it's going to push to you now no matter what. And so you basically just waste teleport. So in the future, just let the wave come, like, because Yasuo makes that dive, the minions get stuck here. That means that the wave is going to push to you no matter what happens. So there's no point of teleporting. You're just wasting it because you're going to get the majority of the XP anyways. As you can see. Because the second wave would have got... See how the second wave gets there first? It would have pushed all this to you. And you would have been able to keep teleport. It's a good E. Great E, lad. My only criticism with this is how you kited. If Tryndamere gets lucky or dodges enough tentacles and has like ignite or something, he can outplay you because you don't really kite him. You just kind of like sit on his face instead of just kind of like, let me show you what I mean. You see how you're just letting him like auto you here? You should have been doing this a lot sooner with the running away shit. It makes it a lot easier to play against him and he won't get so many free crits on you. The other thing that would be nice if you pulled him backwards instead of forward, or instead of up, more towards his turret. That way he has less space to play with after his ult wears off, and he can also get ganked by someone. Let's say that tragedy happens and Xin Zhao shows up at the same time and kills us, and they both live. You know, stuff like that. We're going for tier 2, if I'm you, by the way. This is a good job. This is where you stop. You needed to back away after taking the tower and immediately swing to bottom. Notice how you're kind of fucking with these guys? You're pushed way too deep, okay? Either, one of two things needs to happen after you get this tower, okay? Either you're grouping into mid with Yasuo to take mid. Like, in an ideal world, what I would have liked to see, probably this game, that tower falls, and you go just like this, and you go straight down to mid to look for something here. And we can do a quick check. We see Anivia's low on mana. We could just show up into lane, start pushing. This turret's low. You do the same thing that you did at the... Yeah, I know. I've been here, dude. That's part of the reason I do coaching, is because I've failed much more than you have. That's the only reason I look like I know what I'm doing. So, especially in top lane. This is a common situation in top lane where you win both towers and you're like, all right, now what? Generally, what I like to... I mean, you got them down really fast, so I'm happy for you. Best move is normally to just either swing right down to mid. I think swinging to mid here is really good because this guy's so low and you can basically get the tower before his wave clear starts to come online. He doesn't have a blue buff right now. So as long as you come down here and push the same way you did at top, right? Throwing E's at the tower, hit Anivia with an E, or anybody who's defending the tower with an E, there you go. Now you have the middle tower. These guys, like Tryndamere, has a long way to go before he even gets to your tier 1. So the optimal move is probably swing to mid, take mid real quick, back, and then go up into top. Or if you want to mirror Tryndamere, or you can back and maybe encourage your bot lane to go to top. Say bot lane go top. Maybe they'll move. If they don't move, that can really suck. And that's actually one of the reasons why Tryndamere is really good in solo queue, because he can actually keep you top even though you're fed. Generally, I like to get away from the Tryndamere if I can and win the other lanes, because the Tryndamere is so useless that anyone can deal with him. Generally, your bot lane should be able to deal with the Tryndamere. They might die to him or whatever, but either way, you could just 2v1 down here and get the tower after you take mid. But instead what you do, aside from all of our theory crafting, you kind of misplay the flash too. Could have left with it. But you see, that was a transitional point. I hate this teleport because you don't have any CC. I would rather you walk up to top and hold Tryndamere than do whatever this is, because you just ulted and they can see it coming. If you had maybe, if the ward's like here or here, then maybe this is decent. But your ward is right next to them. Only an absolute baboon would not be able to react to this ward. So in the future, I would like to hope that you recognize that the bot lane that you're facing is somewhat competent. That's why they're winning lane, and that they're going to react to that. This is honestly your worst play, and probably what loses your momentum by and large. If Ashe has the arrow, it's not that bad, but I don't even like relying on your teammates to do stuff like that. It's generally better to just get a flank. Otherwise, you're not going to get any value out of it, like, ever. Also, your ult being down hurts, too. But your biggest mistake, and probably what loses this game, not outright loses it, but it basically takes away your initiative as a top laner. And, see, the beauty of top lane in low is that you get these situations all the time. It's more like towards, like, Diamond, where these situations don't exist very often, unfortunately. So you just kind of farm and wait in most lanes. But for you, low elo, you get guys like this Tryndamere who feed you early, then you're huge. You take tier 1, take tier 2. That's where you fail, because now you gave a kill away. You teleport bot, which is a silly teleport. You should just stay topside or wait for a better ward to flank. Maybe shove this guy in and do that flank again if you're stuck wondering what to do. Basically push the lane all the way in, or as soon as the lane's pushed in, back away. And in the meantime, you could bring some control wards. You could drop a control ward like here at Tribrush, and then you can do your blue trinket here. Or even better, you could do it if you're pushing real deep. You can put your blue trinket like here, and then after you shove in top, you can run down to the middle of the map and maybe look for a dive, maybe look for the tower, and you basically just want to work all the towers down as fast as possible. Okay? In terms of Illaoi as a champion, she's pretty one-dimensional, so this is like failure to do these things, these fundamentals, is what makes the game a lot harder than it has to be. We're already 18 minutes deep. This game is 40 minutes at the least. And that's a big part because of how we play the early game. Well, this is beyond early game. It's like mid game. This would be where you roam, you rotate, see how you're staying here. There's no value being here. You're not going to be able to do anything right now. Unless he's an ape. He's an ape, so he dies to you, free of charge. Probably going to stay on the tower a bit longer and hit it. Okay, when Xin Zhao shows up, back away. This would be a good opportunity to take jungle camps or ward the jungle if you like. And now bot side. Bot side. I really want, for the record, I really want bot tower. Bot tower. Still no bot tower. See how you keep going top? Break the bot tower. Get your shitty teammates out of that lane. This is hard to watch. I don't know how you missed that E. You see, this is all really good. And you're beating everyone up, but we're not getting the towers. That's it. That's honestly this game in a nutshell. You wanted to get your teammates out of this lane and win more towers, and then we can discuss like what else we can do to maybe win with these monkeys that we have. Because obviously, you know, your teammates got to be monkeys for that bot tower to still be standing. To not even really, yeah, it's not even, well, it's halfway. Yeah, let's see what you do. Soraka's gonna try to take tower. Is there any reason why you're still coming top? Do you honestly believe that Yasuo and Volibear are going to have an issue killing this Tryndamere? I don't. Volibear is like the one champion that I hate to see is Tryndamere for that reason right there. That fucking passive, dude. So, notice how you just kind of roam up. You need to be efficient with your time, okay? You running to top does nothing. You going to mid does something. That's something that you could do. Or, like I said, we could go towards bottom if we want and just let our teammates group up into mid and give away the mid tower in exchange for pressuring the bot tower and then hopefully the tier 2. And we just keep getting bigger while we're pressuring objectives. Because pulling people out of the base is a lot easier for us than pushing up to here and then all people have to do is rotate to us. But fighting for objectives that are pushed or that are way outside of the base is a lot easier for us when we're fed than when we're pushed way up here. That's why I don't like to float. Like ultra early, I don't like to be here because it's just, it doesn't matter what champion you're playing. No matter how fed you are, a jungler and, you know, or a jungler and a mid lane and a top lane will be able to kill you if you overpush. When you rotate down to bottom, though, it's gonna be a lot harder. That's really it, dude. Beyond this, that's pretty much this game explained. Because after a while, it's just gonna get to a point where Xin Zhao and Tryndamere and Vayne and Anivia, they're all gonna come online, and your pack of monkeys are gonna have a really tough time dealing with that composition. But I mean, as far as I could tell, you played the lane reasonably. I think you lucked out with your jungler. I think that Tryndamere was really bad, and I think that you did a great job of pushing into the tier 2. But I think you just hit like a brick wall here, where you just kind of like didn't know what to do. In the future, I want you to repeat this, and then either flank to mid or start going bottom, keeping your like, so you would shove, you would back, you would run to bottom with teleport in hand, so that you could pressure the tier 1, teleport top, shove the lane in again, and then repeat over and over again. And if you can't do that, then you can take camps or ward into the jungle and just pull people to you and keep your lead, keep your KDA advantage. Okay? I hope this helps you. All right, YouTube. That's some Illaoi top season 7 gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it. That's what I would focus on if I were you, Brant. Thank you so much for submitting. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, all the bullshit. I'm out. Peace, cracks. Thank you so much.